I think it's better to end the session, not to open the next one. But from the other side, other point of view, after that session with the picture and films and terrible war, I think the break will be good time for us. And it is not easy to talk about public participation in the having in my mind the terrible things from the Ukraine. But from the other point of view, we have a project with Czechia and Slovakia and Poland, and we have a lot of problems also with the society, with the public. What we will do in the next 15 minutes, probably 15 minutes. First of all, short introduction about forest public participation in Arnstein's ladder. It's a quite kind of classification. Next case study from Polish rules and Polish forests, and maybe more interesting conclusions for the project. Let's see. The 8-rank ladder is a simplification, of course. It's only simplification, but it helps to illustrate that there are significant gradations of the citizen participation. You can look at the levels of participation from the first to the eighth. Through the non-participation zone, degrees of tokenism, and degrees of citizen power. But we should remember that the other arrow is with the responsibility of citizens. If we use the ladder, if you use the Einstein ladder, the level of the participation and responsibility is growing up. Let's see. The first 2 ranks describe levels of non-participation. But we know then there that have been contributed by some to substitute for genuine participation. Their real objective is not to enable people to participate in planning, but to enable power holders to educate or cure the participants. We know it from our educational, etc. activity. It's not participation. Ranks 3 and 4 progress to levels of tokenism that allow the people to hear and to have a voice. Informing and consultation. When they are proffered by power holders, by governments, by authorities of state forest, as a total extent of participation. Citizens may indeed hear and be heard, but under these conditions, they lack the power to ensure that their views will be heeded by the powerful people. Rank 5th, placation, is simply a higher level tokenism because the ground rules have not to advise, but retain for the power holders the continued right to decide. But we are on the level of tokenism. It's not real participation. Further up to the ladder are levels of citizen power with the increasing degrees of decision-making cloud. Citizens can enter into partnership that enables them to negotiate and engage in trade-offs with traditional power holders. At the topmost ranks, 7 and 8, delegated power and citizen control, have not citizens obtained the majority of the decision-making seats or full managerial power. The highest ranks of the ladder give responsibility to the public for the decision taken collectively. Maybe it will be understanding if we will look at this scheme with the questions or with the promise to public. We can see the phase: inform, consult, involve, collaborate, empower, with the increasing impact of for the decision from the public, from the society. Where we are in this scheme? In the forests, public or private forests, where we are in creating functions of forest. Inform. What we will promise to public? We will keep you informed only. In consulting, we will keep you informed, listen to and acknowledge concerns and aspirations and provide feedback on how public input influenced the decision. Involve. We will work with you to ensure that your concerns and aspirations are directly reflected in the alternatives developed and provide feedback on how public input influenced the decision. Collaborate. We will look to you for advice and innovation is formulating solution and incorporate your advice and recommendations into this decision to the maximum extent possible. And empower. We will implement what you decide. It is possible to the forest? I think no. The last one is it's not good for us, and it's not good for a forest because we are foresters, we are specialists, and we know what will be better, but we want to use the voice from the people, consult, involve, maybe collaborate. We are in the middle of this table. Case study from Polish rules. As you know, management planning in Poland is a process based on the activities of competent companies, professionalists, forest management planning service. But it also assumes the active participation of the public in creating management documentation, forest management plan, or simplified forest management plan for state and private forests. The forest management plan is required by law every 10 years and forms the basis for economic activity and the protection of natural, timber and cultural forest resources, as well as recreational functions of forest. You can see the picture from the database of Polish forests with the stand description also about the function of the forest. But in recent years, the representatives of the public has demanded the opportunity to co-determine forests, especially in their surroundings, the cities, inside the cities, nearby. You can see the map from the organization Citizen and Forests, or Forest and Citizens. That it shows the area where the forest will be cut off, especially the term all forest will be cut off. It's only voice from the people, but important, because the number of public protests is still increasing. It's increasing from the 2016-15 from the 1-2 per year till 450 in this year and over this number. Forests near the city can make the situation when the citizens, when the public are organized in the small or big organization, which are interesting in the forest. For example, our green belt around the Warsaw has now 25 or 26, maybe 30 now, organizations which are strongly connected with the forest management or forests near the Warsaw. Green Ring of Warsaw. The answer of state forest is a regulation number 58 from 2022. Is a regulation of the General Directorate of State Forest, which create new category of forest. Forest with the leading social functions, probably social forests in the future. What area? Nobody knows. Inside the border of the cities, in Poland we have about 300,000 of hectares state forest. Also private, also municipality forest, but only state forest in the border of cities are so big number. But it could be 500,000 or 1 million hectares, about 10% of the forest in Poland. Each forest district should establish its community forest in consultation with the public. Consultation, as you know, it is not a real public participation. It's just like tokenism. The role of the local cooperation team near or at the directorate, at the forest district, every forest district, is very high. The planning process allows for the participation of persons and social organization in at least in 2 stages. Public participation is in blue on the graph. I know the sentences are very small and the procedure is boring, but you can see the 2 stages. In my opinion, it's problematic. Public may submit comments on the upcoming plan and after reading the finished plan. In these rules, as a citizen, I haven't possibility to be active during the period between the forest management plan procedures. For me, it's a mistake. And people like to be active. Not only in the action, usually near the end of the year, with the Christmas Eve and etc., but in the whole year. And it should be changed. This scheme is, of course, theory. Practical way of public participation in state forest planning shows that people are not interested in the future process. They are interested in the blocking the forest management plan. First, you have the plan, and then you will have a protest. Conclusions. Conclusions. Growing public interest in forests and forest management provides an opportunity for active participation in the forest planning process. Despite numerous of high-profile media protests activating websites, there is still insufficient public participation in the earlier stages of forest management plan formation. Perhaps this is due to insufficient public knowledge about forest, as as probably in our countries, and opportunities to participate in planning. The comment process should be extended beyond the time of the forest management plan approval procedure and may even be a continuous process. If it will be continuous process, we as the foresters, we will have a contact to the people, not only in action, but still contact. Conclusions for us, for our project. I think the best solutions for creating a participatory process to intensify the recreational function. It needs effective information, because people don't know about it. They think we would like to have a forest, and do you know which forest they want to have? Old growth, or forest from childhood, or forest only with Scots pine with the beautiful view through the old compartment, without shrubs, with mosses and mushrooms only? Who knows? This is a problem. Informing to both sides, between the people, between the citizens and the foresters, effective information. How to catch the relations, how to catch the information. You, me, we can do in-depth interviews with forest users. It's a quality, not quantity method. We can talk with the people who want to change the forest, for example, with the people which are active in this process. Interviews, or, from my point of view, is a better way, use some kind of digital geosurvey, active map, to show what you want and where you want to do this something about the forest. It should collecting information about needs and their location in the map. It is very important because people don't understand the scale of forest. For many of them, forest is here. They don't feel the scale and the area and the big numbers about the forests in the country or in the city. It's not easy to catch this information. And when they will have a possibility to show with the finger, this is the forest on the map. This is interesting point in my forest. We will have a possibility to discuss about it. If we can hear, for example, don't catch the Scots pine trees. Where? I don't know. Everywhere. You know, it is not possible to discuss. It's stupid. But if you have a possibility to discuss about forest stand, subcompartment, part of subcompartment, it is opening for the discussion. And it is probably the last one, is activation workshops, methods for activating for the people, activating citizens to play in something. For example, for the city planning is the future city game. Let's make a future forest game. How to imagine the future forest in your neighborhood? Urban design is another play. Urban design, but forest design. Let's design together the forest. Let's discuss about the future, but active. Not only protest, but active creating a future forest. And the last one is a citizen court. It is not nice court with the jurors selected as experts solve difficult problems between the community and the forest managers. In my opinion, this role should play local cooperation teams. Some experts from both or other numbers of sites, not only from organization, non-governmental organization, but from foresters and from other users of forests, hunters, beekeepers, etc., and from the municipalities. And they together can solve the problem and share the responsibility. And this part, in my opinion, is most important also for us. Share the responsibility about the future of forests. Thank you.